Today we're going to talk about the decimals graphing calculator and how you could use it during our tutoring sessions. What we're going to do for this example is we're going to go over the slope-intercept form that you see a lot in your Algebra 1 class. So the slope-intercept form is y is equal to mx plus b. Now when we look at this, the m in front of the x is your slope and the b is your y-intercept. What do we mean by that? Well, let's start off with a y-intercept of 0, b of 0, and a slope of 0. You notice that if the m in front of the x is 0 and the b is 0, you have a horizontal line, and it goes right across the x-axis. This is 0 slope. Remember I said that your m is a slope and the b is the y-intercept? Let's see what happens first when we change the value of b. If I change b to 1, you notice how it comes right up to this point right here, 0, 1. And if I change b to 2, we have 0, 2. That's a y-intercept. Wherever the line crosses the y-axis, that's your b value. If I make b, let's say 5, there we go, it goes to 5. What happens if I make b negative? There we go, 0, 5. Let's say we go to negative 2. Now it crosses the y-axis at negative 2, right here. So we know what happens when we change the b. It'll just shift the line up and down. What happens when we change the m value, the slope? Well, let's see. I'm going to change it to a slope of 3. You see what happened to the line? When we change the slope, it changes how steep the line is. Now, slope chooses the rate of change. So the steeper the line, the quicker the rate of change. So with a slope of 3, we see a line that's fairly steep. Now, if we go to 5, let's say, all of a sudden the line becomes a lot more steep. Notice that our y-intercept right here did not change. The only way you change that y-intercept is by changing the b value. So if slope is positive, we go up from left to right. What happens when we become negative? Let's say negative 2. Now the slope goes down left to right. And the greater the magnitude of that negative value, you notice the steeper the line goes down. And of course, our slope is still at negative 2. Put it in there. There you go, negative 2. Now, and the only way I'm going to change where the line crosses the y-axis is by coming back and changing that b value. Now it's at 2. Let's go to 4. You can see how that line just shifts up and down. So I hope that helps a little bit, give you a little glimpse into how we could use the decimals calculator during tutoring. And it helps to look at a lot of other problems. Just as an example, let's say you know what your slope-intercept equation is. Let's say we give you y is equal to 1/2 times x minus 3. All of a sudden, you know what the line looks like. I hope this helped.